Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Professor Venkatarama here, Associate Professor of English and also Head of the Department of English, and I'm working at Government First Grade College, Chikkalapura. In this video, let us know the curriculum or syllabus which is of Language English 2, and the textbook is titled as Resonance 2, and it is for the students of Second Semester BCA and BCA Data Science. It is as per the Bengaluru North University prescribed syllabus, prepared as per state education policy guidelines. As you know, state education policy is a matter of choice-based credit system, and it is according to the Karnataka state education policy, and it is effective from the academic year 2024-25 onwards. This language English syllabus, which is called as language English 2, has 3 credits for the mass examination purpose. It has 4 hours of teaching per week, and in the entire semester, you will have about 54 to 60 hours of teaching. This is a textbook. It's called as Resonance 2. The syllabus can be divided into Section A and Section B. Section A is said to be a literary component, whereas Section B is said to be a workbook or grammar component. In this Section A, it has about 6 lessons. The first and foremost lesson is a poem. It is by Rudyard Kipling. The second lesson is another poem. It's titled as Another Woman by Imtiaz and Thakur. The third lesson, it is Laburnum for My Head. It is by Tamsulo. Friends, the fourth one is The Doll's House by Catherine Mansfield. It is a short story. We have the fifth lesson. It is an essay. It is titled as How It Feels to Be Colored Me by Zora Nale Hurston. And the sixth lesson, it is also an essay. It is titled as How I Became a Public Speaker. It is by George Bernard Shaw. As a matter of brief introduction to this literary component, let us know something about each and every lesson. The first lesson is titled as If. It is by Rudyard Kipling. It is a poem that offers advice on how to live a strong and virtuous life. It is written in the form of a father's guidance to his son. The poem suggests qualities such as patience, determination, self-discipline, and resilience in the face of challenges. It encourages the readers to stay calm during times of trouble, to dream without being controlled by them, and to think critically. The poem's central message is about achieving maturity and balance in life while staying true to one's values and facing difficulties with courage and wisdom. The second lesson is titled as Another Woman. It is a poem by Imtiaz Thakur that explores the feelings of a woman who is reflecting on her life and experiences. The poem looks at the different roles women play in society and how they often feel disconnected or lost in their own identity. The speaker in the poem feels as though she is living someone else's life, not her own, and experiences a sense of being detached from herself. Through the poem, Thakur highlights the complexities of being a woman, dealing with inner conflict, and the challenges of finding one's true self amidst external expectations. The poem encourages reflection on personal identity and self-awareness. The third lesson is titled as Laburnum for My Head. It is by Tom Silo. It's about the speaker's longing for freedom and connection with nature. The speaker imagines having a laburnum tree growing from their head, symbolizing a deep desire to escape the constraints of society and find peace. The laburnum tree, with its bright yellow flowers, represents beauty, vitality, and freedom. Reflects on the speaker's wish to be more in tune with the natural world, away from the pressures of everyday life, and to experience a sense of liberation and tranquility. Friends, now let's move on to the fourth lesson. It is titled as The Doll's House. It is by Catherine Mansfield. It is a short story about two sisters, Isabel and Lottie, who receive a beautiful dollhouse as a gift. They are excited to show it off to their friends, but they only allow the children from their social class to play with it. Among their classmates is Cassia, a poor girl who is not allowed to see the dollhouse. However, one day, Cassia is invited by the youngest sister and she gets a chance to see the dollhouse and its details. The story highlights themes of social class, inequality, and the innocence of children. It shows how wealth and privilege can lead to exclusion and discrimination, while kindness can bridge these gaps. The fifth lesson is titled as How It Feels to Be Colored Me by Zora Nale Hudson. It's an essay in which the author reflects on her experience of being an African American woman. Hudson talks about how, as a child, she did not notice the race and felt proud of her identity. However, as she grew older, she became aware of how others saw her as different because of her skin color. Despite this, she does not let racism or prejudice define her. She describes feeling strong and free, embracing her own unique identity with confidence. The essay emphasizes the importance of self acceptance and how one can rise above societal labels and challenges. The sixth lesson is titled as How I Became a Public Speaker. It is by George Bernard Shaw. It's an autobiographical essay where the author shares his experience of becoming a public speaker. Bernard Shaw describes his early life and how he struggles with a lack of confidence and fear of speaking in front of people. He explains how, over time, he learned the art of public speaking through practice and by observing others. Shaw also reflects on how his success as a speaker was not just about talent, but also about learning to communicate effectively with an audience. The essay highlights the importance of persistence, self improvement, and overcoming fears to achieve success. Friends, now let's move to the section B. It's also called as workbook, where we will find listening component, speaking component, reading component, writing component, and also remedial grammar. In listening, we have listening skills, where we will find active and passive listening, non-verbal and verbal signs of active listening. Let's move on to speaking skills. In speaking skills, we have give directions and give instructions. We have another component in it. It is asking for and giving information. In reading skills, the students will be given a passage and required to summarize and also comprehend the passage. In the writing component, students are required to write diary and also they should learn refutation skills. We have some remedial grammar. The remedial grammar includes homonyms, homophones, one word substitutes, learning about prefixes, suffixes, antonyms, synonyms, and word formation. We have the third component in this one, it's called tenses. Followed by this, we have direct and indirect speech, and active and passive voice. And the most important, learning science vocabulary or jargons. Friends, this is all about the syllabus for BCA and BCA Data Science as per SEP Scheme. If you like this video, please do subscribe and hit a bell button for all the notifications. Hope let us meet in the next video for an interesting session. See you, take care, bye.